there again. It's good to see all of you back. It's Let's Talk. I'm your host, Scott. My director, Nate.
Hi there.
Hi. You have a good weekend, Nate?
It was pretty good. It's been nice. Been out and about, here and there and everywhere.
Oh, very good, very good. Do you ever think? Are you one of those? Do you watch those like Entertainment Tonight, Inside Edition? Pick up People magazine and read it when it's at the newsstand.
Not very often. I'll read articles online sometimes, whether it's on Flipboard or Facebook or something, but I don't usually watch like actual shows about celebrities.
I don't.
Strange.
I don't really keep up with celebrities, but we have, I think in this, I don't even think it's just this country, I think worldwide, there is a bunch of people that love celebrities. I think there's some people that know more about celebrities than they know about their friends and their family. And it is a multi-billion-dollar business of people out there taking pictures. I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. I don't think you're hearing so much about the paparazzis causing car accidents and things like that. And I know there was a celebrity out there who apparently nobody had seen their belly button, and there's some big hoopla because it was finally revealed that they do have a belly button. But I mean, because this paparazzi had this huge magnifying picture taking machine camera. So,
that's what that's called.
That's what that's called. Camera. It had a huge, and she saw it, so he wouldn't make any money. I guess she took a bunch of pictures of herself and threw it out there. You know, that's kind of ridiculous how much we almost, in a sense, worship celebrities. And we'll like listen to their advice before we listen to like a good friend who may know more about the subject than we do. And, you know, but multi-billion-dollar, but it's interesting to me how many people in the church, and I see this about every 3 to 4 months, I'll see this pop back up on Facebook, the list of celebrities that are Christians. And I'm not going to name names, but there's always this list, and it's almost always the same list if you read it. And I've read through the list, and I'm not going to be judgmental here. I'm not going to say that, you know, they're not saved, but let's kind of be realistic about some of the movies a lot of these guys are still making, or women. They don't really reflect the church. They don't reflect what Christ taught. And yet, the church, and so many members seem to just glob onto it and be like, oh, this is great, this is wonderful. I remember when we were in college and we have a mutual friend, me and Nate, that was telling us how great it would be if a certain person in the music industry would become a Christian, because wouldn't they be such a great reach to reach out to people, and just, we'd be able to see thousands of people come to Christ because of it. Let's really think about this for a second. Does God really need the celebrities of Hollywood to come to the church so that people will come to know him? Or does he need the church to go out and show people who Christ is and be Christ for their friends so that their friends will come to Christ and know him? Should we really celebrate celebrities who supposedly know Christ, or should we be celebrating our friends who are coming to know Christ and trying to reach out to them? Who should we be taking advice from? People we've never met and people who really don't care about us? And there's also this thing in the church called celebrity pastors. And many pastors are good pastors, and there's certain pastors out there that are not. And we're warned about this in 2 Peter. 2 Peter tells us about this, Nate, and all my friends out there. 2 Peter 2, but there were also false prophets in Israel, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will cleverly teach destructive heresies and even deny the master who brought them in this way. They will bring sudden destruction on themselves. Many will follow their evil teachings and shameful immorality, and because of these teachers, the way of the truth will be slandered. In their greed, they will make up clever lies to get hold of your money, but God condemned them long ago, and their destruction will not be delayed. So Peter warns us that there's always going to be false teachers among us. We, as the church, need to be careful of who we're listening to and who we're idolizing. Are we idolizing the people in Hollywood and we're like, oh, so-and-so did this diet and I need to do this diet, and isn't it wonderful that so-and-so came to know the Lord and now they can do so much for God. And yet that never really seems to pan out that way. We never see. There's a certain celebrity that everybody always says what a great Christian they are, and yet I have never once heard this individual give an actual testimony to knowing who God is or even acknowledging that they are saved. What if we, as a church, begin to be careful about what we watch, about what we listen to, about what we celebrate, what we say to people? What if we begin to really listen even to those celebrity pastors and say, wait a minute, does that line up with the actual Word of God? What if we really dug in to the Word of God, really dug in and begin to grab out the Word and understand it and memorize it and know what it says, instead of just picking out certain stories, certain pieces of passages that we really like, and not studying them, but just saying, no, I really like them and this is what I think, but really finding out what it means and choosing wisely who we take advice from. Are we going to take advice from people we don't even know? Are we going to take advice from those that we do know that are following Christ? Are we going to start living our lives so people will know who Christ is? But when we're so busy celebrating celebrities, are we really showing Christ? Are we really showing the world Christ? Or are we just showing the world that, hey, we're like everybody else? We love to know all the hot gossip on the celebrities. We love to know all the hot gossip on whoever the biggest Hollywood star is and whoever the biggest reality star is. And I don't even know who that is right now. Do you have any idea? I don't really watch reality TV because reality TV isn't even real. It's all scripted. It's so, we as the church, I think we have this thing where we grab on to a certain group or a certain celebrity who claims to be a Christian, and we put all this pressure on them. I remember a few years back, there was a certain individual who became a big celebrity in the church. And I'm not even going to tell you what area they were a celebrity in, because some of you will figure it out. But they ended up just, unfortunately, pretty much disgracing the church, disgracing themselves in some activities that came out that they were involved in. And it's a shame, and I hope that this individual has gotten the help that they need and are back on track. But I feel that possibly we rushed this individual. They made tapes and it was shown throughout all the churches, and we praised and we celebrated that they came to know and look at how great their life is, and then we put all this pressure on somebody that was a brand new Christian. And is it possible that we put too much pressure on, and instead of allowing this individual to really grow in faith and to really become solid in their faith, that they crumbled under all the pressure, got some bad advice from people, and now I'm not even sure where this individual is with their walk. I haven't really kept up with it. Or should we start investing our lives in people and not celebrities and not in going out and buying the latest In Touch and People magazine and watching Entertainment Tonight and Inside Edition and keeping up with the world of celebrities, but begin to keep up with the lives of the people that are around us, with our family members, with our friends, with our coworkers, finding out what they're doing, finding out how we can pray for them. And even if you're not a follower of Christ, even if you're not a Christian, what if you just begin to invest in the people around you? What if you begin to say, what can I learn from those that are wiser than me? And carefully choose who we take advice from, carefully choose who we're going to allow to impact our lives, and instead of just, well, that sounds great, and rushing out and doing things, and well, so-and-so who I read in People magazine did this diet and they lost all this weight, so I'm going to do that exact same diet and lose all this weight. What if we instead, we have a friend that's in shape and they eat healthy, and we go to them and say, okay, what do you do? How did you get in shape and stay in shape, and what do I need to do? And listen to them, who will probably be a lot better than listening to some article on In Touch. Hey guys, I could go on for a while. I don't want to do that. I hope you guys are enjoying the new format to Let's Talk. We cut a lot of stuff out of it. Next week there's some exciting things that are going to happen. I don't want to tell you about it, but I'm really, really excited about something new that's going to happen here on Let's Talk, and I'm super excited about it. So, hey, if you're enjoying this series, if you're enjoying this, if you have an idea, you say, hey, I want you to talk about this, hey, this, have you kept up on this? And the news, it's been kind of slow lately, but there's a new story that I'm working on that's just kind of popped up here in the last week. And I was hoping that Tom the Turkey, we could put him up here for Thanksgiving, but I haven't found Tom the Turkey yet. It's hard to find Thanksgiving stuff out there. And it's like we go from October and completely skip Thanksgiving and right into the Christmas season. Way too early. We should celebrate Thanksgiving. So remember to be thankful out there this week. And I'm sorry I didn't have Tom the Turkey on, but maybe next week I'll find a Tom the Turkey to put up here. I'll keep looking. Hey, if you guys are liking it, hit the subscribe button. Share us on Facebook, on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter and Facebook. I'll put the links below. It's been great talking to you. We'll see you next week. Till then, take care and be careful out there. I hope that guy was careful. Wow, that was quite the, I'm not sure, I think his tires were spinning there.
Annie, so watch your video.
Yeah.